Hello, my Aries lovely. Welcome back to Lanmou Tarot, my fellow Aries. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to all you April Aries. I am a March Aries. I just celebrated a birthday myself. I'm so happy to have you. This is the last reading for this first 2 weeks of April. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If your Venus is in Aries and you're seeking guidance or some kind of messages regarding love message, you can also watch this reading. Anyone really will feel compelled to click on this. There's a message in there for you, okay? Apply it as you see fit. Don't try to make it work to your situation. And I'll be using the Cosmic Tarot deck for the main reading and the After Tarot for clarification. Doing a little bit more shuffling on camera, Aries. Spirit, what message guidance do you have for Aries friends for the first 2 weeks of April? What guidance, messages for Aries friends? Ooh, a wheel flipper for you, Aries. Strength. The same card flipped out for Leos when I was shuffling. So whatever you're dealing with Aries, it's requiring you to have strength, okay? Perhaps this is your spirit guides letting you know that they are sending you strength. They are gonna be standing right there along with you through this journey you're on, strengthening you. Strengthening us. All right, here we go, Aries. One more flippers. The King of Swords. All right, Aries. I see we're still dealing with Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. Or needing to be decisive in a situation, needing to use our intellect to be mentally strong in a situation. All right, here we go. The Nine of Pentacles, the Prince of Swords, the Ten of Swords, again for you, Aries, my Lord. The Six of Cups, Magician, and the Sun. Beautiful. That Ten of Swords been there. And at the bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. I think every single one of the fire signs had that Two of Cups showing up for them. Yeah. All right, Aries. So we've been dealing with that shift. I'm getting excited. I told you guys I'm an Aries too, right? So we have been going through that shift, right? All through, like, starting in February, really, it's starting for us. And that Ten of Swords was there, I believe, in February, and I think in March we had that Nine of Swords, and we have been dealing with Tower energy and ending and like all of that, letting go behind some heavy energies that no longer serve us one way or another. That's a message that's been getting through in my reading, okay, for Aries. So here we have Aries. Finally, we have that Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Union. This is what's facing us, okay? The union, not so much the offer of love, not so much the offer of that cup of love. The cups are united now. The rims are touching. There's a halo behind the cups that have basically united them, kind of bring them together, solidifying them into one object, right? The lips are touching. Her hand are placed on his chest, and he's copying her face, and it's just, like, it's a loving embrace, really. And that is what's facing us right now, Aries. But the first card we pulled out was the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of abundance, of basically enjoying the fruit of our labor, right? The pentacles deal with the material. She's basically sitting in a salon. She has some grapes, a glass of wine. She's looking beautiful, wearing her red dress, almost awaiting the arrival of a special somebody, while looking at the beautiful garden where she has the flowers are blooming, the sky is blue. Everything is just going on swell, okay, for that gorgeous lady there. So Aries, you are really into yourself, you are feeling yourself, and it's almost like I said, almost like she's awaiting the return of somebody. But there we go, the Six of Cups at the bottom of that Nine of Pentacles before I even noticed it. So clearly there is a sense of you are enjoying your life, you are just fine, you're doing just fine by yourself, Aries. But it's as if you are still reminiscing, thinking about a past love, thinking about thinking about reconciliation with a loved one, okay? Thinking about that union with a soulmate or somebody you have a very deep connection with. This is what we have here. And perhaps there has been a bit of dissatisfaction, or a bit of sadness because of the separation, because we have the Five of Cups up front and that Six Cup is behind him, okay? So it's as if right now there is some kind of disagreement, or you guys are not in union yet. You're looking at the glass half empty. The Six of Cup is behind him. He's the one who's gonna basically move to the side to make sure all those cups are aligned together, all the Six of Cups are aligned together, to make sure that reunion actually happen, to make sure that all Six Cups are together. You're not just looking at Five Cups that's just not doing it for you, okay? But the key here is that you are just fine on your own. You are just fine. You are thinking about, you can look to the garden, you're still thinking about this union that you really want to come together. But at the same time, you can enjoy your wine, your beautiful scenery, you're looking beautiful, you're taking care of yourself. Go Aries, go. I love it. Next we have the Prince of Swords. What a gorgeous prince, huh? When we're shuffling, we have the King of Swords flipping up for us, jumping out for us. So now, excuse me, Aries, now we have the Prince of Swords. This is communication, right? This is the sword of clarity. He's carrying the sword of clarity. His face is clear. His eyes there's a sense of anticipation on his face. Like he cannot wait to speak that truth. Like there's a truth to be spoken here. There's like he has come to a new level of understanding. It's almost like the student has gone to postgrad, that's been learning a lot of new cool stuff, right? And he cannot wait to come back home because he's carrying the book too. On the other hand, he cannot wait to come back home to show off all this great stuff he's been learning, had this higher level of understanding and knowledge that he has attained. And that's what it looks like here. It's not just like, oh, I know so many things and I just want to show it off. Here he wants to communicate it. And underneath that page of sword, that Prince of Swords, we have the Magician. This is a Egyptian depiction of the magician. We have the triangle here, almost resembling the pyramid, right there in that third eye chakra. Right? And then we have the infinity symbol that's basically all the way to the crown, right? That's the encrusted basically into the crown that the magician is wearing. And we have the flowers and of course all the elemental tools that the magician used. The pentacle, the cup, the sword, and the wand. So there's a real sense here of as above, so below with the magician card as always. Right? The yellow that's at the bottom, that's from a curtain, that's below his throat chakra, is the yellow that basically forming that delta sign in his eye, in his third eye chakra, is as if the knowledge that he has attained from his crown, that's with that infinity symbol, meaning knowledge that's been cycling over and over through all those different past life cycles, or perhaps over and over through his DNA from his ancestors, from your ancestors, Aries. Basically higher knowledge, okay, that's been coming through in a continuum, right? and that's now coming down to his third eye chakra, that can be communicated, is now being communicated, and is flowing straight from the third eye chakra and bleeding all the way down below his throat chakra. Okay, it's like bringing it back to the ground, grounding it. And the yellow, we know yellow is the solar plexus, right? This is ambition. This is the activation of desire, of like basically all our earthly desires are concerned our solar plexus. So that Prince of Swords here, he has attained a new level of clarity. He has new knowledge, okay, with him, and he's carrying that book there. It's saying knowledge and some kind of truth that he really wants to express. But the magician is also a manifester, and he's gonna use every tool at his disposal to make use of that knowledge that he has acquired now. He's gonna use all the elements to make use, to manifest his desires. Okay, because now he knows the path forward. He has a new level of clarity. He has more information, more greater awareness. So now he feels like he is prepared to use that knowledge with all the tools that are at his disposal to really make things happen. Okay, and whether you are the one who's a magician, Aries, or it's someone else in your life that's the magician, regardless, things are about to start moving. Okay, things are about to start moving. And next card we have is the Ten of Swords, ending. And that Ten of Swords, let's look at here again. We have that beautiful huge sun. That's what's behind him. That's all we see, the sun and all the sun rays that's emitting from the center here. And the swords are all above. He's basically above his neck. They're all around his head. The ones that are falling off, that are below him, they're not attaching to him. So it's as if this Ten of Swords is putting an end to any kind of mental conflict, especially for those of you, if you are dealing with some kind of like whatever situation has caused you to have some kind of mental illness, like depression, that has brought you a lot of anxiety, that has made you basically like psychologically imbalanced, that brought some kind of imbalance to you. And this is what the swords are being done, because the sword is almost like they're coming from the sun, is what's like emitting. It's the sun rays themselves that are becoming swords to clear out all of those negative energy. He looks like he's possessed by the demon. Look at that yellow, like the swords that coming out of his mouth. You see, it's an actual sword, but what you see here, you don't see the sharpness of it, of the blade. You don't see a blade, you see a sun ray. So you see the swords are coming straight from the sun. So it's like the sun rays bringing in clarity, washing out, like almost as a doing the work of an exorcist, right? It's almost like he's being exorcised, taking out all the demons, and they're all in his head space, in his crown chakra, in his third eye chakra. There's one straight there in the third eye chakra, and there are some in his neck that are just falling off. So Aries, whatever was giving you troubles, whatever it is that, and by the way, this is the sun card we have right there at the bottom of that Ten of Swords. Okay, it's yes, there is ending, but the ending, it seems like it's very specific, Aries. That ending is really an ending to the mental conflict. That ending is really an ending to the sadness, to whatever that was giving you trouble, okay? Whatever trouble that you were dealing with, that's what the ending is. And it is the sun. It is that the sun that literally is going to sanitize all of that. That's gonna remove all of that no longer serve you. You really coming into, like, the divine is really themselves, like the sun themselves is what's gonna clear that energy off of you. Okay, the Ten of Swords, it's an ending, but it's not coming at the end of an adversary. That ending, it's coming straight from the sun, Aries. And we know, like, Aries it's also it's governed by Mars, but also it's very close to the sun. It's the first sign of the zodiac. Here we have this beautiful child, and the sun is shining ever so brightly. But let me put it up again. Look what's behind him right here. It's also the night sky. Okay? And here is the sun. It's as if to say, day or night, the sun will shine on you. You are protected, Aries. Okay, you are the child of the zodiac. You are the first. We have the moon here as well. The sun is always gonna be there for you, even during the night sky. The sun is shining somewhere and it's touching you. You are protected, like day or night. The demons, they cannot affect you anymore because the sun will always shine on you. The sun rays will always be there to sanitize, to remove any conflict from you. And that is what's going to allow you to really come into union, whether it's in union within yourself after receiving that new level of understanding, or if it's union with another. Okay? And I feel like for some of you Aries, you're really dealing with an air sign, and that's been consistent because the magician can also be seen as the card of Gemini. And we had the King of Swords when we're shuffling, and we have the Prince of Swords here, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. We have a lot of sword energy here with actual figures or people in them. So I was about to say something that just escaped me. Aries, for some of you, if this is a romantic situation that you're trying to bring together, that you're reminiscing about, you're thinking about the old days, you want to come into union, about how beautiful it will be to be into union, there's some truth that's gonna come your way, there's some clarity that's gonna come your way, and yes, some of it will be insights that you receive, perhaps like by reading. Perhaps it's gonna come from somebody else who's gonna bring you that insight, but it's really gonna be your level of understanding and the way you assimilate that message. That's what's going to get you out of any situation of being stuck. That's really gonna get you out of any situation of that Ten of Swords energy where you really like possess, like if you've been obsessed about something, about somebody, or someone was doing that to you, like someone was being the magician and manipulating you, playing with your head, filling your head up with things that no longer serve you. The sun is gonna shine brightly. It's gonna bring you great level of enlightenment, okay, to clear all that out. And if it's someone else that's been in that headspace, who has been completely confused, not really understanding what is it, what is the truth, because the Ten of Swords is the sun in Gemini card. And I said that before, if you're dealing, because the magician can be a Gemini card, especially if you're dealing with a Gemini, like if that Gemini was going through this, has not been acting right, has been a little bit off, has been, that thought is all over the place, like who are you, where are you, you cannot, like you kind of feel like this is not the person I knew. Your memory of them are like this handsome man, right, being affectionate, giving you kisses and stuff, and they've become that. And then now when you see them, they're that person. The sun rays are they're gonna remove all of that, and they're gonna come back to their youthful energy, to their innocence. They're gonna come back into themselves. Okay, and that's that level of enlightenment, that clarity that's gonna bring you into union. That's a message I'm channeling here for you, Aries. And this is a general reading, and this message right now is really, really, really speaking to me. Okay, and I'm going to get some clarification card on that magician. What is the magician trying to tell us here, Spirit? Give me some clarification for Aries. What is the magician telling us here, Spirit? What is the magician? And all of a sudden, I have a feeling of rush, Aries. I feel rushed. I feel a rush. Ooh, the Page of Cups. So, the magician here, whatever was hidden, whatever little game someone might have been playing, it's about to, like, the truth is about to come out, okay? We have the Prince of Swords, that is clarity, that is new knowledge, level of understanding. And then the magician right underneath it is manifesting, its intentions. What are you going to do with that new knowledge? What are you going to manifest with that new knowledge? And here, if you wanted to, if it was someone who was holding back, as if they could not, there is an emotional connection here, right? And someone was trying to hold back, not really expressing, that's the word, not really expressing or offering that cup. The pages are also messengers. it seems like the fish is gonna jump out of the water. The fish is out of that cup, and it's as if like they will not be able to no longer contain that emotion. They will no longer be able to contain that message, or no longer be able to contain to keep this as a secret. It's gonna be basically jump out of the water. Okay, whatever trick that magician was trying to do, it's just gonna be like, okay, like I don't know what you're up to. What if it's you, Aries, who's trying to play a little trick? It's basically gonna be like reverse on you. That's what I'm getting here. If it's someone playing a little trick on you that is trying to pull a cat out of a bag or whatever, it's all gonna be out there. It's gonna be in the open. And look at his face. It's almost like, what just happened? Like, oh, it's almost like a big oops. Like he didn't see that coming, right? So it's as if like if someone was holding emotions back, it's just gonna spill out. It's all just gonna come out, okay? And oi, Ace of Cups, offer, emotional offer, it will happen, and the union will also come into play here. I want to get a clarification on that Ten of Swords. Spirit, some clarification on the Ten of Swords for Aries. What is that Ten of Swords telling us? Some clarification on that Ten of Swords for, okay, she really wants to come out. The Fool. Ending, so a new beginning could start. Clearing the path, clearing any negative energy, so a new beginning could start. So someone's gonna take that leap of faith, Aries. Someone's gonna end any bad habit, any conflicting thoughts, any bad behavior, any betrayal, because the Ten of Swords is also a card of betrayal. Someone's gonna put all that to an end, so a new beginning can start. And it's a new beginning that's connected to the wall. It's a new beginning, like clean slate, okay? The Fool, the zero here is like the great void. It's the wall. It's connected to the divine. And we used to see the Fool on top of that ledge contemplating whether he should jump. Here he has already jumped, smelling the roses. He's safe. It is safe distance. He can even jump back again up to that ledge because it's like such, he's good, okay? Decision made, and he's still happy about it. So there's an ending needs to happen, an ending to some betrayal, ending to some bad behavior that perhaps deals with a Gemini, so this new beginning can happen. Okay, so the sun's gonna shine and clean all of that mess out. And here what's at stake here is a union, a spiritual union, a divine union, and that cup is gonna be offered. The cup, he's holding the cup, still not being the magician, still trying to play little tricks, I guess, because he thinks he has knowledge that, you know, he has some information in his pocket here. He's trying to play that up, and here it is. The fish is gonna jump out of the cup, and there's no holding back. The offer will be made. Now the cup is in the ocean, replenishing the whole ocean. That's how abundant that cup is. We have that upside down M or a W. So if your initial is an M or a W, double meaning for you here. And what's being offered from the divine, it's a heart. It's love, okay? The cup is already abundant, overflowing. The cup is already there. The emotions are already there. Both people already have all the emotions there is. What the divine is offering now is the actual love, is a communication of the love, because it's the dove, it's a bird meaning communication that's coming out of that heart from the hand of the divine. That's what we have here with that page. That fish flying out the water is a bird communicating the love, and once that happens, all that trouble will come to an end, so someone can take the leap of faith, so you can walk under the sun, in the sunlight. All the trouble, all the secrets, all the conflicting, all of that done, okay, in the clear, and union is here with that Two of Cups. So I'm sorry, Aries. And we have another page. We have the Page of Wands. Someone walking. The Wands is choosing, right? Someone is walking away here. I don't know where this is gonna go. I was just shuffling, it came out, so I'm just gonna leave it somewhere right here. So we have princes and pages here, all abound, and at the bottom of the deck we have another page again, the Page of Pentacles. So it's a lot of messages that's gonna be flying up and down here, Aries. There's gonna be a lot of messages coming your way here, okay? or you're going to be sending a lot of messages too. And if for some of you, this is just about finding harmony in any kind of situation, if it's a work situation, that's what I'm getting here. But having starting with the Nine of Pentacles, it could very well be dealing with your career or your material wealth. Okay, so if this is the case for you, there is a sense as if you are standing strong in where you are right now. You have found a new level of independence. Okay, and but it's almost like you're still looking back perhaps at a past position or a past ambition that you have where you felt like it brought you a great deal of satisfaction. But knowing what you know now, you also have a new level of understanding. You have decided to set on a new course, okay, to attain new knowledge, perhaps higher level of education, whatever it is. It has changed your goals. Now you have new goals. You want to manifest new dreams. You want to manifest new beginnings into your life, because the Magician is also one new beginning. We also have the Fool here, new beginning. We have the Ace of Cups here, new beginning. Okay, so if this is not a love situation, I feel very heavily for the great majority of you it's gonna be a love situation, because this is the message I channeled through me, and this is what the cards are saying as well. But for some of you, if it's not, it's a work situation or in a family situation. This is what I'm getting here. You are thinking about perhaps a decision you made about the past, about a work situation where you were not fulfilled, and you went to get a high level of education. Even though you were doing well, you were still thinking about a past goal that you had, a past ambition, and you are very determined to manifest that into your life. And in doing so, you're going to basically, like, the old you is gonna be dead. Like, okay, the old way of thinking is gonna be done for. Okay, all those words that from the Sun, the new level of enlightenment you'll be receiving is gonna basically clean your mind of all your old perspective, your old principles, even your old way of understanding, of seeing the world, of understanding and even of decoding information. You're going to start anew, and the sun is shining bright on you, meaning you are protected, and that it is going to be very positive, that journey, and it's going to bring you to a greater sense of harmony. It will be in a better alignment with you, with yourself, and who you want to be. So either way, this is very positive here for you, Aries. I want to get a woman's angel card. Woman's and whoa, flying off to the floor. I have to be an acrobat picking up those cards because I'm trying so hard not to be on camera. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And children at the bottom. I'm not surprised. There's a beautiful child here in that sun card. And your love life is being affected by children. And we also have all those pages here, because pages also like younger energy. Pages sometimes can denote children, right? It's not so much immaturity, it's new beginnings, but it also can be children. We have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Page of the Prince of Swords here. So we have one of each of the suits. Okay, we have basically all four of them here on this table, and we have the Sun with that child. So the one that jumped out though is this card, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So for some of you, and by the way, the Six of Cups can also be a card of children, because it's like childhood memories, reminiscing about, like, you know, childhood. So for those of you, all of this that has set you in this journey, it may have to do with the way you are growing up. Okay, the way that you were thought that you should be. It's you releasing all these ideas to becoming your own person. For some of you, that may be the case. If it's a romantic situation, this whole journey here with reconnecting, with letting go, perhaps you went through a divorce and there was separation that happened, okay, and there was a custody battle here, and there was a lot of hurt feelings. Some people felt there was betrayal in the end. Okay, some people had to play dirty in trying to maintain control or in trying to secure custody of the child or the children. And it seems like that reunion, that union of two that's gonna come together, is all gonna be for the greater good, okay? Because of the kids, that's gonna bring it together, because the Fool is also very youthful energy, and that's why a lot of times it's associated with Aries or Gemini. And again, that Aries and Gemini connection keeps showing up here, right? So getting to know each other. So during that separation, perhaps both of you have grown. Like I see here with that Prince of Swords, you've come into a new level of understanding. You have acquired more knowledge, more greater awareness. So you're really gonna have to know the new person that you've become. Okay, you're gonna have to really not keep things on the surface so much, not to be too superficial, not to be too judgmental about each other, to really get to know each other. What motivates you, what do you love about each other, how can we improve, how can we grow together, right? And how we're gonna stick this out when things get tough. And we have a lot of pages here, so clearly there are children about this situation, whether it's deciding to bring a family together, or whether there are children involved in the past, and that's what's gonna bring you back together. But children is a big factor here. Okay, we have the Six of Cups here denoting children. We have the Sun here. Sometimes we have that young child in there. We have the Fool there, and we have 4 pages. That's a strong sign of children. And also soulmate relationship. The Two of Cups with the Sun and the Six of Cups. That is a soulmate relationship, spiritual connection here. Okay. And Aries, I think you already know that. For those of you this message would resonate with, like it, you're just gonna be like, yes, 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 because you already know. I'm not telling you anything new here. The only thing that you need to know here is there's a chance here to clean the past, to clear any negative energy, any betrayal, and to start anew. There's a sense here, there's new information that's gonna come your way, Aries. There's new communication that's gonna come your way, that's gonna provide you basically an offer for a new beginning, with that Ace of Cups here and that Fool and the Magician as well. And it will be a manifested new beginning. Manifested new beginning that is also divinely protected with the Sun here. We basically have the Sun twice in that Ten of Swords, with the Sun rays doing its magic, working its magic there, and in the actual Sun card at the bottom of the Ten of Cups. So very strong energy here, very strong protective energy for you, Aries. This is the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. So you guys know already, I'm gonna have to watch this reading again very carefully, because I am in Aries, and my I don't use the terms twin flame anymore. It's nothing against it, I just don't. So I will say the person that I have a spiritual connection with, my special somebody that we are not in good terms right now. I won't say we're not in communication, because just as recently as last week we were talking, but but he's a Gemini and I am an Aries, so I will definitely go back and watch this reading again. Oh my Spirit, what message do you have for us? Usually I don't have to do that much shuffling for a message to come out. It's gonna be something good. What message do you have for us, Spirit? What message do you have for us? Alright, 3 more shuffling. If nothing comes out, we'll pick a card. Here we go. Merkaba number 46, which draws down to a 10, which draws down to a 1, and then we have number 7. That is my life path number, which coincidentally is also his life path number. Owl, Raven, Yang, Yang, positive, negative energy. That sense of duality, bring it together. We'll level the 2. But the card we have here is Merkaba. I do a lot of meditation with that. And you can do that too, Aries. Just say, I love my Merkaba. I love my Merkaba. And I'll read those from the book, okay? It's the star tetrahedron. And I'm going to read the whole thing because there's a whole lot in here for us, Aries. This is an oracle message from Spirit. This card pictures a three-dimensional shape called the star tetrahedron. It joins in upward facing. I'm going to bring it up so you guys can meditate on the image as I'm reading it for you. It joins an upward facing tetrahedron representing male, fire, and blade, with a downward pointing tetrahedron representing female, water, and chalice. Together, they are interlocking, interpenetrating, dynamic balance, and expanded awareness. This shape is one of the primary geometries contained in the energy field surrounding your body. When activated, it forms a time-space vehicle of ascension. The Mer, meaning light, Ka, spirit, Ba, body, union is a sacred that responds directly to emotions. In choosing this card, you are connecting with aspects of your being that stretch far beyond your everyday life and promise to put you in touch with your higher self and universal wisdom. You are becoming a seeker of intuitive knowledge. This is no small venture, and it may become a significant part of your life path. Indeed. Sacred geometry is about shifting individual and planetary consciousness from duality consciousness to unity consciousness, which is love, compassion, and heart connection. Feel this movement toward unity and honor this journey of expansion. You may wish to learn more about activating your Merkaba field and experience the information firsthand. Select a qualified teacher and begin exploring expanded awareness and see where it may lead you. Be prepared for the adventure of a lifetime as you step into the outer limits of human potential. Aye. The key phrase here I want you guys to remember: you are connecting with aspects of your being that stretch far beyond your everyday life and promise to put you in touch with your higher self and universal wisdom. Higher self and universal wisdom. And for those of you who want to expand yourself to that higher level of wisdom, you can choose a teacher just like you advise here in that passage. Just basically drawing, just learning to draw that geometric symbol here alone will do miracle. I do it all the time. Just staring at the image alone, all the different facets of the image, just basically understanding the connection that's explained here between light, okay, spirit and body, and just understanding that you expand way beyond that body. The energetic fields that are all around you expand far beyond that bones and flesh body. And you can imagine yourself, because that's usually how I meditate on it. I say, I love my Merkaba. I love my Merkaba. I love my Merkaba. Just saying that and imagining that energetic field that surrounds you all the way up to the heavens, okay? And watch yourself expanding. Watch yourself feeling the connection between all there is. And that alone is a great meditation in reaching to that higher level of self and universal wisdom. This is beautiful, you guys, this card, Aries, because some of you, that journey you're going into, it's like to the sun, like literally it is the sun rays that are really like protecting you, healing, right? That are removing all the feelings of betrayal. There's such a sense of protection here. Like with the sun card and in that 10 of swords, that ending, you have the Fool here. That is the sense of wholeness, okay? It's not just taking a leap of faith. It's the sense of wholeness, of starting over from new, straight from the great void, straight from the beginning of life. That's the way we think of Aries, okay? That we are the beginning of the zodiac, that big being, if you will, that spark of life, that life force energy, right? That's why, you know, Aries, we're passionate. We are trendsetter because we don't mind to take that leap of faith. We don't mind to jump first, right? We can seem competitive even when we're not trying to be. So now you pull out number 46, which is 4 for foundation, 4 for stability, 4 for like, you know, the family, the home. And then 6, of course, is moving away from troubled water. It's also harmony. That's a lover's card, right? 4 of Wands, we think of the honeymoon card, but for, you know, for Aries, which is Venus in Aries. And then we have the 6, which is the 6 of the lover's card, which is also the yes, but anyways, I went blank there for a second. Regardless, the 46 just out to a 10, which is a 1. And again, new beginning, number 1. This is you, Aries. This is me. This is you. This is us, Aries. And they're telling you to go to the higher self. You are in a journey here, in a journey to understand the bigger picture, to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, okay? And it's beautiful. And Spirit is asking you to pair yourself, because it's gonna be a ride, okay? It's gonna be a ride. You say you may wish to learn more about activating your Merkaba field and experience the information firsthand. We had it here. You're getting into more information. You're learning more, and here that learning is also turning you to perhaps your manifestation level is also going to just blow people's mind. It's just gonna go to another level at the same time. There's so much here to unpack, Aries. There's so much to unpack. You also have the Owl and Raven Yin-Yang union of opposites, okay? So it's basically telling you, acknowledge the dark aspect within the light, but truly see your light shining the darkness. That is a great summary of that card here. Acknowledge a dark aspect, you know, that is within the light. There cannot be light without dark. The light has to shine into something so you can see it, into the dark so you can actually see it, so you can see the difference, okay? So you can see the contrast. And this is literally the sun rays here that's removing darkness. That is what this is. This is the yin and yang, okay? The sun removing any kind of removing the darkness, and this is with the full energy here. This is the feeling of the great void, of that strike, of that first strike, the new beginning. And this is a reset, right? And then we have the sun here shining bright, providing protection over this whole reading. It's just so beautiful, Aries. I hope that you get something out of this, and that this reading resonate with you. Please leave a comment if it does. And thank you so much for your continued support. Come back at mid-month for the rest of April's reading. Remember, love is the only answer.